thank you for joining me. This is Faiza from Tailor Faiza, and in today's video I am trying to make a cushion and I thought to record it. This is the first time I'm making it. The measurements I'm looking for is 61 inches. The length of the foam should be 61 inches. The width should be 5 inches. And the thickness that I'm looking for is 1 inch, but the foam that I have is ½ an inch. So I will double the foam to get the required thickness. So to do that, my foam that I have, the one that I'm using is this one. It is 24 inches by 72 inches and it's ½ inch thickness. The cushion that I'm making is not for seating, so I'm not so worried about about the performance of it. I just happen to have it in my craft room and I thought to use the supplies instead of buying another one. If we talk about the purpose of this foam, I am actually making this foam to protect my wall. My craft table is actually 60 inches long, and whatever the craft that I do is on this table, so I don't want the paint of my wall to be messed up. So I'll be using this foam to protect my wall. I do have a Velcro attached on that side of the table. I glued it over there, so this foam, I'll put a Velcro on it. That's the idea, and then it will be attached to the table. So I'm not sure how it's going to go, but let's see. So first of all, I'm going to mark 5 inches and then another 5 inches altogether because I need 2 pieces. And then the lengthwise, I'll be marking 61 inches. And after that, I'll cut it from a regular scissor. That's what I'm going to try with because it's just in ½ inch foam. So I don't think it will be a trouble. So let's get started. All right, so while I was marking, I realized that maybe I should make it 5½ inch because I want it a little bit above the table. So this is 5½ inch, that is 5½ inch, and then the lengthwise I've marked at 61 inches. It is such a long length that I'm unable to capture in the camera. So I'll bring that side close to you, and first I'll test if the foam is cutting smooth with a scissor, and then if so, I will just cut these measurements. All right, so that's over there, 61 inches. And this is the side of the foam that is a little bit messed up, so I'm going to try to cut over here. And see, it cuts really nice and smooth. So now I'm going to go and cut it with a regular fabric scissor. Okay, now the foam, I've cut the foam, and you can see the clean, and the cut is very clean with this scissor because the foam was only half-inch wide. The thickness of it was only half-inch. But if you're using a thicker foam, then you can easily use a bread knife. I've made bench cushions, patio cushions, and I've used very thick foams, and I was able to cut them with the bread knife with very easily. Okay, so now I need to attach them together so that it's 1 inch. You can use Gorilla Glue. Some people use that. I don't recommend it. It's going to be in my craft room, so I don't want anything that can catch fire easily. So I'm simply using this spray because I'm going to put a cover on top of it. So I'm not so worried about, and nobody's going to sit on it. So I'm not so worried about them being glued together. But you can use a glue or something adhesive to attach them together. However, I'm just using this thing, and I think it's going to work fine for my purpose. So as I said, this spray has worked fine for me. So I'm now going to make a cover for it. Okay, so the fabric I'm using today is, I got it from Walmart. This is a home decor fabric, so it's actually more sturdier than regular cotton. This is available in 2 yards pre-cut, so I like this, so I get this one. The measurements I'm going to be cutting from this fabric is lengthwise, the foam is 61 inches long. So I will be cutting 62 inches with the seam allowance. I'll be doing 62 inches. The width wise, it will be one fabric. So how I'm calculating the width is 5.5 inch plus 1 inch plus 5.5 inch of the back, and then 1 inch over here. All this together makes it 13 inches. 11. 5.5 is 11, 12, and 13. So this is 13 inches in total, and then I'm taking an inch extra for the seam allowance. So that is how I'm going to cut my fabric. Okay, so my fabric is now ready. It's 62 inches by 14 inches. I will be inserting a zipper. I'll use a by the yard zipper and I'll sew it over here. And then I'll tell you how am I going to put the Velcro, because Velcro is going to be in the middle. Generally, if you're putting a zipper in the, it goes in the middle. It goes either at the top or at the bottom or in the middle. But for this project, I will be putting the Velcro in the middle, so the zipper will be right below it, or maybe about an inch below it. So that is why I'm not going to cut the corners over here, and I have to sew as it goes. So right now I'm going to go and sew the by the yard zipper to it. The front side of the zipper towards the front side of the fabric. No. Okay, so before I sew the zipper to the other side, I want, as I mentioned, that I am looking to attach a Velcro, and then the zipper will be right below it, or maybe about half-inch distance from it. So before I sew it to the other side, I will attach the Velcro over here, and then I'm going to finalize the zipper. So the Velcro on my table is 58 inches long, so I am marking the midpoint, and then from the midpoint, I've cut the Velcro to be 58 inches long. I'll mark the midpoint of this, and then I'll sew it to be 58 inches long, which will be equally distributed from the middle point on both sides. So the Velcro is now attached, and now I have to sew the other side of the zipper. And as I mentioned that I'm doing it for the first time, so I made a mistake. I forgot to keep the allowance for zipper, because I don't want zipper to be visible. So I went to my ironing board and pressed them in a way that when I give a top stitch, the zipper will be hidden inside. So I think this is a better view. So the zipper will be inside. That's how I have stitched, I have ironed this. So now I'm going to go ahead and give a top stitch all the way across. Pull it out. Side. And now you have to do it. So this is how it looks. The zipper is all done now. You can see the top stitch and the zipper is inside. Now we just have to sew the sides to finish the cushion. And now is the right time to see that how do I want, where do I exactly want the Velcro, so I can position it accordingly. So I feel like there should be about 2 inches above the Velcro, because my table is 1 inch and the Velcro is 1 inch. So I wanted at least 2 inches above. All right, so my Velcro is coming out to be on this line, which is 10 inches, and then I want 2 more inches. So if I do it like this, you can see that I have 2 more inches above it. Now the width of the thickness of the cushion is also 1 inch, so I want to take that over here. So I'll have to keep it 3 inches in order to have 2 inches above. So I'll set it accordingly, I'll iron it, and then I'm going to sew these 2 seams. This is the Velcro, so I want 3 inches above this. That's how I'm going to iron it all the way, so that I have 3 inches over here, and then I'll stitch this. Okay, so this is ironed, so I'm now going to stitch over here and on this side as well, and then I'll tell you how will I make a little box shape over here. You see this? Now all we have to do is to this seam right here, this crease right here, I'm sorry, this crease right here, you see this crease? This is what we need to align with this seam over here, like so. And then we'll give a straight stitch over here so that it becomes a box. And this is what I'm going to do on all 4 sides. So you see from inside, it gives this shape. This is the shape we needed to have the 1 inch foam settle inside. So this is exactly what I'm going to do on all 4 sides. Now we can just cut these all off. Let me first check it with the cushion and then I'll cut this axis off. Okay, so here is my foam and here is the cover. Now let's see if this is gonna work. Okay, so this is how it looks. It's too long to come in the camera, so I am going to show you like this. And this is the other side. The Velcro will attach to that. This is the zipper. And it's ready. So I'm now going to take a picture of it and I'll show you. This is how it looks. Box corners. Alright, I'm actually quite happy with the result. Let me know how you like it. I'll show the picture. If you find it helpful, then please subscribe to my channel for upcoming videos. Thank you. Okay, so I've put it on and this is how it looks. All the way up to there. Alright, I was able to get it. This is how it looks, 2 inches above the table. And we have it.